evening. So glad you can join us. On this evening, I'm so excited because I'm here again with Mrs. Taleana Hurst of Wally and Xavier's Autistic Kids Can Do, Inc. And I'm very blessed to have come to know this wonderful woman. I'm here because it's a great announcement that we want to make regarding Wally and Xavier's Autistic Kids Can Do. Um, Mrs. Hurst's student, her name is Jasmine Espinosa, recently passed a very special exam. And so we wanted to share this with you so you can see the great progress that students are making here at Wally and Xavier's Autistic Kids Can Do. Ms. Taleana, tell us about this exam that Jasmine passed.
Jasmine passed the FAA Part 107 knowledge test for remote pilots. This is the certification that people who want to operate drones commercially, this is the test that they will need to pass. It's not an easy test because there's a lot of material that you have to know, not even memorize. You actually have to know it in order to pass this test. So with someone, not just with autism, but it's because the things that you have to learn is like a foreign language, almost. Learning about weather, airspace, FAA laws. These things is something that we normally don't know about. I mean, we know about the weather, but the effects of weather and wind, and it's very interesting learning about how an airport actually works. Very interesting. So it's a lot of information, and of course, I am so proud of her. Very awesome. Proud of her, and she knows that. We worked on this project for off and on for a year. Well, the kids learned to also know how to fly drones recreationally as well. So they had some practice of knowing how drones operate as well, and getting them up in the air, keeping them up there. But these are little recreational drones. So one little gust of wind and your flight time is definitely decreased. But it's been a joy working with the children, the youth. They're young people. You have to be over the age of 16 in order to take the test. But what I want to say is that even though this journey it's been almost a year. It was almost a year, off and on, and it's just I knew that children with autism can do this. So it was just a proving thing for me, but I wanted to also prove that these kids, you guys can do this. You can make this. She can become successful and make this money, just like everybody else. So anyone who passes certification test and want to operate drones commercially, whether it's cinema, whether it's military, whether it's a government contract, whether it's for real estate, regardless, whatever field, cleaning, using the drones for pesticides, search and rescue, whatever that they decide that they want to do with their certification is up to them.
Now, Jasmine, we're here, we're boasting about you, but now it's your chance for the people out there to know you. Jasmine, how old are you?
I'm 19, turning 20 in September.
And you've really accomplished something really great. How long did it take you to study for this exam?
From memory, about 2 years, almost 2.5. Because things really slowed down when the pandemic hit. It hit maybe couple weeks, maybe a little less than a couple weeks when we started. So it really hindered how long it would take us to, get all the information, start flying the recreational drones, prepare for the test itself. It was a lot of things.
Wow. So you being a part of Wally and Xavier's, this means that you're autistic. Tell us a little bit about how autism has affected your life.
I would say it's mostly affected me socially and educationally. As when I was little, my parents were worried that for some things in school I would need extra help with. I would be slower than the other kids when it came to processing information, or maybe like behaving like them, because the way that they started getting more of a clearer view of what was going on with me. When I was about 5, the doctor said I was developmentally behind by about 6 months. So I was behaving more like a 4.5-year-old rather than a 5-year-old. And then later on, and they diagnosed me with ADD, or now so ADHD. And then when I was 9, around the time when my little brother was recently born, he was still a baby, our new doctor at the time told my mom to get me checked out again. And that's when we found out I was diagnosed with autism. And it still affected me. I wouldn't interact more with children the same age as me, especially girls. I would prefer to play on my own. When it came to exams or homework, I would need extra time because it would take me a while to process some information. And especially if it came to a class I really wasn't interested in, I would be very avoidant to doing the work for it, and it would affect my grade very badly.
I see. Well, I'm totally and completely excited for what you've accomplished. I don't really know that I could have done it. And I'm so thankful that you did. I'm so thankful for Wally and Xavier's Autistic Kids Can Do. And Mrs. Taleana Hurst. Now, Mrs. Hurst, the big announcement is here. Some of our viewers have not heard this yet, but aren't you involved in a new agenda or a new founding or launching? Please tell us more about it.
Okay, so back in November 22, I launched Drone Diversity.
What's Drone Diversity?
Drone Diversity is a company. It's a company or organization that will help a person pass the Part 107 test. This is generally for neurotypical people. Our Wally and Xavier special needs, I want to say it right, Wally and Xavier's Autistic Kids Can Do special needs drone program is specifically suited for people who have autism. So that's why I formed another company. You have to be 16 years old, learn how to read and write English, and this will give you a doorway of learning about drone technology and what it's really all about. Jazzy and I have, Jazzy and I have also working with Alpha Drones and Alpha Aviation, located at the Morristown Municipal Airport. Mr. Kevin King is the founder and the president of this company, and her and I will be working with him to learn more and more about how the use of drones in the cleaning. We'll be probably do the AGRIS maybe next. We'll work with the AGRIS drones. So Mr. King is the only organization in this state.
Wow.
Really, maybe I won't say United States, but in the state that has license to use these type of drones to perform these types of duties or these type of roles.
This is remarkable.
It is.
And it's a great connection. And
a great connection.
Doorway.
And Jazzy can explain to how did you felt when you were operating the C1 cleaning drone?
I really liked it. It kind of looks like a giant alien.
It does.
Yeah.
And it flies?
It flies, yes.
It sounds like it's heavy. Well, it may not be, but
it's actually surprisingly not as heavy as you think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 10 to 20 pounds. Mm-hmm. You can easily lift it up by the base of it. Mm-hmm. And that drone is specifically made for, cleaning buildings. You can also use it for de-icing and anti-icing. Mm-hmm. You can also use it for certain entertainment shows, like light shows. They're so far they're not sure if they can actually hang objects on it like banners, but for now it's just light shows. Mm-hmm. or there's a little camera on it, but it's mostly to see the building when you're cleaning it.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Well, I'm totally excited. What a wonderful thing that's going on here. I do want to say that we've interviewed, this is our 4th interview. I believe we did 3 back in the fall.
We did.
This is what I want to say, what I believe. I believe that when it's time for the next interview, you won't be here anymore. You'll be in a different place, I believe. I believe you'll be in a bigger building, in a different location, and with a greater opportunity. And you've really done your very best with what you have. We talked a little bit about Mrs. Hurst's story, how she even got involved in autism, well, how she became aware, but it was right in her home. Her sons were diagnosed, and instead of feeling sorry for herself, she decided that she was going to make a difference in their lives, and as a result, the lives of other people. And so I guess I'll take this time to say this to you that may be watching right now. Whatever you might find yourself in, whatever situation that seems like maybe it's taking you by surprise, or it's not what you planned or what you expected. You could be tempted to feel sorry for yourself, but you don't know how you can impact someone's life with your story. So I say to all that might be watching, be encouraged, and I thank Mrs. Hurst again for allowing me to come and to interview Jasmine. We're so very proud of you.
Thank you.
We're so very proud of you. Before we sign off, we want to I want to announce again that for this summer I want to run another fundraiser for Wally and Xavier's Autistic Kids Can Do.
Thank you so much.
I really believe in what you do. I have the privilege of working with you every day, and so I know that you're real. You're not fake. You're real.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, and God appreciates you. For what you do a lot
Thank
for
you.
people.
I just want to say to the folks out there, if you're interested in the Wally and Xavier's Special Needs Drone Program, please get in contact with me. My number is 908-753-7333, or I can be reached at wallyandxaviers@gmail.com. And if you're interested in drone diversity, please get in contact with me. My number is 908-753-6333, and my email is twhurst@dronediversity.net. Please get in contact with me. Again, you have to be over the age of 16 in order to be certified, in order to pass to take the Part 107 knowledge test for remote pilots.
Thank you very much for viewing. Everyone have a great evening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.